The health support team is your only bridge, your only way to kind of communicate, to kind of talk to the seller performance team when you are suspended. The seller performance team is the team that reviews your appeals, your account. You cannot talk directly to them. They used to have an email address where you could talk to them. This email address is not active anymore. The only way to contact the seller performance team is either through sending an appeal or getting in touch with the health support team. No, do not send an appeal yet. You do not have all the information. You need to learn how to communicate with the health support team and be able to reach the right person. This is what I'm going to teach you in this video. If you don't know me, my name is Chris Mangunza. I had been suspended in the past. In 2021 to 2022, I was suspended for 6 months. I was on the phone and I was talking to the health support team every single day. And in that process, I learned a couple of things. Today, I'm going to tell you how to communicate with the health support team and get the information you need to submit your appeal. Now, you need to know a few things. The first one is that all the health support team members do not have access to all the information. There are multiple levels. Now, I'm not sure how it works internally. I'm not sure how it's called internally. It does not matter. All you need to know is that every single person in the health support team cannot always give you all the information you need. Typically, when you talk to a person that is overseas, so India, the Philippines, whatever, they will not have access to a lot of things. Typically, those team members usually are just going to help you review your appeal. Some of them knows better than others how to navigate the appeal process, but some of them have no idea and will give you false information. Now, you can, if it's not that big of a violation that got your account suspended, you can probably get some help with them, and they can, if you have no idea of the appeal process, you can get some information. But for more severe violation, in my experience, I received a lot of, a lot of advice that were not valid. And this is why you need to learn how to validate and get the right information. So, there are some, like, I believe there's three, I will explain the spectrum in three. I believe there's 3 levels. So you have the lower levels that are typically overseas. You have the American guys that are at the second level that do not have access to all the information, and then you have the managers of the teams, the level 3, and this is the person you want to talk to get all the information you can. Why? Typically, you do not really receive feedbacks from the seller performance team when your appeal are rejected. Okay? However, they do leave annotation on your account that you cannot see. And the higher level, sometimes the second level, so people overseas that are ranked higher than the people you get when you just call, like you just try to call the health support team, some of them will be able to see some annotation, not all of them. But typically you want to talk to the higher ranked support team members, because they will be able to see exactly all the annotation, everything regarding your appeal history and stuff, and see exactly why your appeal were rejected. Because you will receive, most of the time you receive one email with a feedback, a second email with the feedback, and saying that they will not reply unless you do something, you have a valid appeal. And from there, the appeal process starts to get really hard. Some people call it the case of death. There's no such thing as the case of death. Do not worry. It does not mean that you will never receive an answer again. You will receive an answer again once you provide a valid appeal. Now, there's 2 ways to get in touch with the health support team. You can either request a call directly and they will call you. When you do this, typically, you will receive a lower ranked health support team member. Because, of course, this is the guy that spent all days on call, that keep getting calls, so you are not going to get routed to a higher level. Most of the time, it can happen. It never happens to me, but like you will never like. If we talk about the levels, the higher levels, you are never gonna get routed to a higher level rep. Now, how to get actually routed, how to get your request routed to one of those higher level reps? You need to go, because as I said, there's two ways to get in touch with the health support team. You can either request a call or you can leave a case log. You are going to need to leave a case log. The way case log works at Amazon is that they take some keywords from your case log, from your subject, and from whatever you wrote on the message, and they will route you to the right person. I'm going to tell you what I had success with to be able to reach the higher level person that were able to do everything that and to leave annotation, because yes, I forgot to mention, the higher level persons can actually leave annotations on your account the same way Seller Performance can leave annotation when they review your appeal. The higher ranked health support member can leave annotation as well for you, and this can increase your chance of being reinstated. It does not mean that you will get reinstated, but it can give them more information, because this is what helped me personally when I was suspended, because I had no idea why they kept rejecting my appeals, and the guy I was talking to was able to leave notes on my account, and it helped me a lot. So, how to get your request routed to those person, to the higher person? What worked for me is requesting. I was requesting, I think, the way I worded it, and this is all about the way you word stuff, you know. So you are gonna need to go through trial and errors to reach that point. But the way it worked for me is I was leaving in the message. I was saying something like, "Can I get, of course, stay polite. Is it possible to get a health support manager to review my next appeal?" And this worked for me. I don't know if you start doing this strict from the beginning. I don't know if you are going to get routed through a higher level person. But this worked for me after, because I submitted a lot of appeals. This is the mistake I made. I submitted a lot of appeals early on without knowing exactly what to do. And if you found this video and you haven't submitted an appeal yet, do not submit one. Check my previous video on what to do when Amazon suspends you. So this will help you understand the process, and then check the other videos I'm going to release after this one. But you're a lucky guy if you found this video before submitting any appeal. If you submitted an appeal, it's fine. We're going to walk through it. Do not worry. Start with the previous video and then come back to this one. But the way you word your request will route you, and you will need to go through trial and errors. So once again, how I did it personally is I requested a manager from the health support team to review my appeal, because I was not receiving any more feedback from the Seller Performance team on my appeal. This is what worked for me to get routed to the person that could give me all the information, because they were able to tell me exactly why my appeals were rejected. Why? Because I was supposed to send a plan of action and an invoice. So why my appeals were rejected, why my invoice were rejected, all that stuff. And then this person realized that my invoice were valid, so he was able to leave a note to tell the Seller Performance team that, hey, the invoice is valid, please check the plan of action. The plan of action is valid, the plan of action is solid, and try to get this person reinstated. So this is really important. You want to talk to those people. They will be able to give you a lot of information on your account, on what's wrong, on what needs to fix. And typically, those persons have a better understanding of what Seller Performance is looking at when they are reviewing an appeal. So in the next video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you should put in your plan of action. I'm not going to give you templates, because templates do not work. You do not want to submit templates. I'm going to tell you exactly how you should write your plan of action and what is the logic behind them. So this is how you communicate with the health support team. Do not skip this step, because this is super important. You're going to get all the information you want, and the process may evolve through times, and they will be the only person that can exactly tell you, at least the higher ranked guy, that can exactly tell you what the Seller Performance team is looking for. do not look for it on the Amazon seller forum. As I said, you're not going to get any good advice. Go to those guys, try to get in contact with the higher ranked guys from the health support team. You're going to get your account reinstated. If not, that's fine. We are going to set you up with another account in the fourth video in this series. So, stay strong. You're going to get your account back. You're going to get on Amazon back. I'll see you in the next video.